Ha bhai. So yeah, I'm driving my car, and I thought that I might as well just get this done right now because it's been a while since I came out with the video. But this time I actually want to talk about stress, and that's something that I thought it would never hit me, but it's actually hit me after some time. And that too I realized because it took me 3-4 years of having to be in this constant hustle that I realized I should actually slow things down a little bit. But what happened exactly that made me realize this is that I just came down with a hit of immense stress, and some people who I really look up to actually point that out to me that I got to take things slow. Now, is that a sign of weakness? Definitely not. The reason why I say, the reason why I even bring up is it a sign of weakness is because if it was a sign of weakness, that's actually something that I thought about in the past. It doesn't make much sense what I'm saying the way I'm phrasing it. But in the past, I always thought that if I had to slow things down, if I needed a break, then that's actually me being weak. Even when I was studying, then I used to constantly remind myself that sleep is for the weak, sleep is for the weak, just so that I could actually get down and studying and get down with the course and what I had to do. And the same applied to my work philosophy and the way that I do work normally. Right now, Amna is behind the camera, who is a good friend of mine. And I always used to keep pushing her to work harder, work faster, but also at the same time try to become more efficient with time. And I realize now is that sometimes you do need to take a break, you do need to slow things down because you just bog yourself down with more pressure and more burden that is required. So I guess what the moral of the story is right now is whenever you feel that you're overwhelmed with something and you need to just take a break, stop and breathe. Now, Amna actually sent me a message once that was a dot and a B, and that made no sense to me, but what that literally means is stop and breathe. And that's something that I need to start practicing more of as well. When I made the New Year video podcast, Jo Bhi Hai, I said that I'd start reading more and I'd take things a little slow, I'd start reflecting a little more. And that's what I need to do now. And I think this is what my mission is for the next couple of months, is to sit and figure out how I need to do certain things. Not what I need to do because I've got that sorted. I know what I want to do, I know what I need to do. But how am I going to do certain things? Am I going to get frustrated and flustered at the slightest of frustration? Of course not. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to practice being more present. I'm going to practice being more calm. And I'm going to practice trying to be more level-headed as well. Because every time you do come across these situations, whenever someone at work tries to mess with you, whenever someone at home tries to mess with your vibe, then automatically that stress also builds up. You start taking up an emotional burden for something that doesn't need to have an emotional burden for, that doesn't need to hold so much of a space in your heart or in your mind as well. The past couple of weeks have also been very sleepless for me. I haven't been getting much sleep, but now I know, and for the past 3-4 days, I've managed to calm myself down. I've managed to realize that, okay, Asad does need a break. Asad is human as well. And I think that many people our age need to understand that as well. I think many A-level kids also need to realize that as well, is that with college applications, with their A-level exams, with their tests going on, with what their teacher recommendations are like, it's A-okay to just sit and breathe and think about how they need to do a certain task. Some student came up to me at Cedar asking me how do I manage my stress and how do I manage my time. And I also realized that it's as simple as the Eisenhower matrix, where you have important and urgent. So you have important and urgent along with not important and not urgent. Something that's important and urgent, get it done with immediately. But something that's not important, that's not urgent, try to eliminate that from your life. Don't take up too much and don't take up more than you need to. Don't take up more than you have to as well. Sometimes you got to realize that you don't always need to over deliver, but what you have to always make sure is that when you do something, give it your 100%. Don't do it even when you're stressed. Don't do it when you're confused or flustered. Always try to slow things down a little bit and go at your own pace. And this ties in with something that I wrote earlier on Facebook as well, was we often find ourselves comparing ourselves to one another and comparing ourselves to people either in our same age bracket or those older than us. But at the end of the day, it's as simple as no one is dictating the clock for you, right? No one is living your life. No one is going through the struggles you're going through, and no one is on the same journey as you. Everyone's journey is different. There'll be similarities with one another. You can always sit and you have those friends who know exactly what you're going through, but you're the one who has to fight that as well. So I guess just take some time out for yourself as well. That's something that I'm going to start doing. And I hope that this impromptu video, podcast, vlog, Jo Bhi Hai, actually helps you as well. Because this is something that I need to let go as well. I mentioned to some friends that whenever I make these videos, I feel more vulnerable as compared to making the podcast with Cedar, as compared to making any other video that I do make where my face is in there. Because for me, that's like having to put on a show. But when I make these videos, it's about me talking about myself to myself. I make this for myself because this is also a way for me to think. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I promised that I'd make more, but time is also sucks. It's a bad word. I can't say that right now, but hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, stop and breathe. Peace out. Like I'm your sidekick, cause I watch TV. I see how life is, and it's not easy, but still I'm right here, screaming I'm good.